Alright, welcome guys. We're going to learn how to add drop shadow to text. And for that, I'm going to start off, first of all, by setting up the background. So I'm going to choose the rectangle tool. And I'm going to draw out here on the screen to cover up the whole artboard. Once I do that, I'm going to set its color. I'm going to come here on the right hand side and I'm going to fill the hex code of EFEFD0. And that sort of gives us this nice kind of a creamy color to it. And now I'm going to lock it. I'm going to go here on the right hand side, make sure that the layer is selected, and I'll just simply lock it. Once that is done, I'm going to come here and click on the screen, and I'm going to choose the text tool by simply pressing the letter T. Make sure it's on the artistic text tools. I'm going to press T once again, or you can of course click on the icon here. I'm going to click on the screen. I'm going to write the word drop shadow. Once I've written the word drop shadow, I'm going to make it a little bigger so it's visible. And I'm going to change its font. So I'm going to double click on it and make sure I've selected the whole text. And I'm going to choose here the text called this one, Museo Moderno. Once I do that, it's right now set to thin font. I'm going to go down here, come down and select this extra bold. And I'm going to set its size. I'm going to set it to 75 points. I'm going to press enter and I'm going to drag it in. For that, select the move tool, bring it in here. I'm going to double click on it and then move it downwards. I'm going to bring it here in the center. I'm going to go up here in the alignment and I'm going to choose align center. And also I'm going to align it to the center of the artboard. I'm going to change its color now. It's going to be FF8800, which will give it a nice orange shade. So we have set up the text. There are just a few things that I want to do more. And for that, I'm going to go up here in the windows and come down here in the text and choose character. And inside here, I'm going to change the tracking distance and I'm going to make it to -17, make it a little bit tighter, closely knit. And I'm also going to reduce the letting override distance. I'm going to make it 75 points so that it's nicely tucked in together. All right, so we have set up the text properly. I can close this character panel and I'm going to work and add the drop shadow to it. All right, so we have set up the text. Now simply we need to add the shadow, the drop shadow. For that, select the text and go down here in the FX and the layers menu, press it, and it will open up the layers effect. And right down here, it says outer shadow. Take it, highlight it, and you have all the available options here inside this menu. So of course we have the blend mode. We'll keep it just the way it is on multiply. The opacity by default is 50, and all these three parameters are set to 0. So we're going to test them one by one to see what really happens. So when it comes to the radius, it simply shows how far the blur or the drop shadow would extend itself. So it doesn't really show up in the beginning, but as we begin to increase, it dramatically opens up. So this is what this radius is going to do. Offset, of course, is which way do you want to keep it, depending on the angle that you have chosen. By default, it's 315, or if you calculate it from the top end, it's around 45 degrees. So if you put the offset, it's going to move outwards. All right, so this is what offset does. But if you change the angle, the offset angle would also change. And you can, in fact, double click on it and give it whichever angle you want and get it all detailed and complicated just the way you want. So you can do it. I'm going to keep it set on the default 315. So this is what offset does. Now to see the intensity, we need to keep it on a higher offset. So we have the radius, as you already know. So this shows how blurry the shadow is going to be. And the intensity tells us, or increasing the intensity, what it does is it fills this shadow with more dark color and less of the blurriness. So as you can see, the blur reduces and it fills up with more definitive darker shadow, which makes it, very stylized and very different if that is what you want, which is hardly the option that we wanted. So intensity is something that you have to be really careful with. And then of course you have the offset tool, which simply allows you to position your shadow wherever you want. Simply click on the offset tool and you can move it around wherever you want with these settings applied. So I'm going to go back here and I'm going to change its angle back to 315. And now let's try and set a proper drop shadow once we can see what are all these parameters and what are they up to. So I'm going to reduce the radius. I'm going to simply reduce the offset and kind of just bring it here to the traditional drop shadow position. And I'm going to increase the radius a little bit like this. And then, of course, what you can do is, without disturbing the intensity, you can increase the opacity. That would give you a darker shadow if that is what you want. All right, and you can reduce it, increase it, make all sort of changes, and you can also change the blend mode. You can choose from these ones. As you can see, they bring about variations, although it's not of much use if you have a very white kind of a background to it. So I'm going to bring it here. You can see it's average of the two. So I'm going to bring it back to the normal. All right. So this is what you can see what we can do with drop shadow, but I'm not going to stop here. There is one more thing, and that is that if you really look at this and if you want to increase the offset, you have to now reduce the intensity and then maybe increase the opacity. But the moment you do that, it gets spread out a bit too much. And sometimes when you want to have a really spread out radius, what it would do is, I'm going to press close here. If you come up close here, the drop shadow is going outwards on the top here. But if we see traditionally or accurately, if the light is falling from this side, there should not be any sort of shadow falling out from here. And that is because we increase the blur, and that blur kind of overlaps and goes out from behind. So it's a bit difficult to manage a proper drop shadow if you're just working with one drop shadow effect that you want to apply. So a better way to deal with that is that you want to have multiple drop shadows going on, and you want to set each one of them in a sensible way. So let's go back here in the layers, and from here, let's go back in the FX. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this back again. I'm going to also bring it back to 50%. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase its radius slowly, and I'm going to increase its offset a little bit so that it brings out and begins to shove the place where we want it. I think the first one, I want to keep it tucked in close here. All right. And now, in fact, we can bring it even lesser. And now I'm going to increase its radius ever so slightly so that it begins to look blurred a little bit, just a little bit. All right. But I'm going to increase its opacity. Okay. Now I'm going to do is I'm going to add one more, and to this lower one, don't forget to highlight it, which is visible through this blue color. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to decrease its opacity. I'm going to bring it 30% of what this 80% is. I'm going to reduce around 30% of it, and I'm going to make it around 55. But what I'm going to also do is I'm going to increase the radius so that it spreads out a little bit more. I'm going to reduce its intensity. I'm going to slightly increase its offset. All right. And now I'm going to add a third one. I'm going to copy it again, take this, and I'm going to reduce its opacity really low, something around 20%. And I'm going to increase its radius, something like this. I'm going to increase its offset as well, something like this. And with this, what you can notice is, if I close it, and now if you zoom in, you can see that it's more darker here and it's a lot less visible here. And you can make more variations to it and bring it to perfection if you want to. I'm going to show you the final result after I bring in more changes to it. All right, so this is the final that I have done. The first top one, I have reduced its opacity to 35%, radius offset 6.6, 5.4. For the second one, I have reduced its opacity to 24%. And you can see the value of radius. I've increased it. I've increased the offset as well. And for the third one, I have further reduced the opacity, increased the radius a lot, but slightly increased the offset, as you can see. And with that, we have completed this whole drop shadow effect. But as always, don't forget to check this scale with objects so that when you scale things, they adjust properly just the way you want. So I'm gonna make it smaller and set it on the screen. And with that, we have completed the drop shadow effect. I hope you really like this tutorial. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll be back soon with more.